workout today. This is modeled after the virtual workout class for this week. So this is a full workout. It's got a warm up, the workout, and a cool down. And it'll be about maybe 40 minutes from start to finish. So make sure you have your water ready, and feel free to follow along. And if you wanna sit down for any of these exercises, that's fine. If you want to get some weights for some of the arm exercises in the actual workout portion, that's fine too. You don't need them though. So we will begin. I'm going to turn the music down a little. Have a little background music for us. We're going to start with our warm up. We're going to do some marching, but we're going to go out, out, and in, in. And you can kind of crouch down low as you're going in, little squat. All right, we are going to go to some alternating arm reaches, one side and then the next. As your arm goes up, you might find that you're twisting your body a little bit, so you can turn that leg out because you'll feel it kind of naturally want to turn, and that's okay. All right, we are going to move to the next warm up here. We're going to do some hip hinges. So I'll turn to the side so it's easier to see. You can put your hands on your hip and you can kind of put your feet about a little wider than hip distance apart. And you're going to hinge just at the hips here, up and down. And keep your back nice and neutral, nice and straight. And we'll keep going here. Couple more. All right. We're going to move into some trunk twists. So feet are planted firmly on the ground with your toes pointing forward. The only part of your body that's going to move is your waist and up. So you're going to kind of just twist. So your bottom half is staying in place. All right, now we're going to go into our arm and chest openers. So we're starting up here, arms up and stretched out, and bend over, down and up. Good. All right, couple more. Okay, that's our warm up. So make sure that you have water accessible. We are going to do these exercises 3 times through, so 3 rounds. We'll work out for about 40 seconds straight, and then we'll rest for 20 seconds. Then we'll move on to the next one, and then we'll have a minute break before we go to the next round. And we'll do that 3 times. So, get my timer ready. All right. So 40 seconds on the clock. We're doing one side knee ups. So your knee is kind of coming across diagonal in front and up, and your arm is going up and down. So they're meeting in the middle, right? And we're doing the same side. And then at about halfway through, which is now, we're going to switch sides. So it's kind of like a crunch movement here. You're just standing. Little balancing involved too. And that's time. So we will rest for 20 seconds, and then we'll move on to the next one. Alrighty. So the next one we're going to do is bent over rows. So we are going to bend over slightly at your hips like this. And then our arms are going to be down in front of us, and we're going to pull our arms back. This is where you can use weights if you want to, but you don't need to. So it's this movement. Make sure your elbows are going straight back. You don't want your arms to be like this. So let's begin. Arms straight back. So your elbows are pointing behind you. And it's easy to want to bring your arms out, but try to keep them together and pulling backwards. So about 15 more seconds here. 10 seconds. All right, that's it. Take a 20-second rest here, and then we'll go into our next exercise. All right, we're gonna go with single side arm presses. So one arm is going up, and we're just pressing for 20 seconds. As you press your arm up and over, you're getting a little bend here in your waist. So we're getting a little bit of an oblique workout here. Let's do 40 seconds on the clock, and we're gonna do 20 seconds each side, and I'll let you know when it's time to switch sides. Switch. Keep your stomach muscles engaged, nice and tight. And that's time. 20-second rest, and we'll move into our high knee marches after this. All right. So we're going to do our high knee marches for 40 seconds. Try to get your knees as high as you can. Really engage your lower abdominal muscles during this exercise. Fifteen seconds. And that's time. 20 seconds rest here, and then we'll do our last exercise in this routine, and then we'll take a minute break and we'll do it again 2 more times. All right. Our last exercise is the bent over. They're standing bent over sit-ups essentially. You're standing, your hands will be behind your head, and you're just kind of coming forward a little bit. So instead of being on the ground on a mat to do a sit-up, you're starting from a standing position. So I'll start the timer for 40 seconds. Again, keep your back nice and neutral. You can have a slight bend in your knee. And you don't have to go too far forward, just enough to get that, to get your abdominal muscles engaged. Ten more seconds. Next time. All right, take a 1-minute break, and we will continue and do this round again. right, we are gonna move right into our one side knee ups. 20 seconds per side. So as your knee is coming up, your arms are coming down. It's a little coordination. We'll switch sides. And that's time. Take a rest here, and then we'll do bent over rows. So grab weights if you want them. All right. Moving into some rows, slight bend in the knees, hinge at the hips forward a little bit, and your arms are going straight back. So you'll feel your triceps begin to engage as you pull back. Keep your elbows in, like right behind you, just straight back. About 12 more seconds. Good. Next exercise we're going to do in about 15 seconds is going to be our arm presses to one side and the slight bend at your waist. We're going to do 20 seconds each side. All right, let's begin. 20 seconds with this side, and then I'll let you know when it's time to switch. Switch sides. Time. We'll take a rest, and then we'll move into our high knee marches. All right, let's begin. I'm putting my hands kind of at my midsection, like mid-level here as like a marker to make that my goal for where my knees will come up to. If you want to challenge yourself a little more, you can move your hands a little higher and try to get them higher. So 20-second rest. And then we're going to do our bent over sit-ups, but standing up. let's get the timer on. So your knees are slightly bent a little bit. You're a little bit forward. You're bending forward and returning back. Keep your back in a neutral position. You don't want to be arched. And just hinge at the hips forward and use your abdominal muscles to help you move. So it's like you sit up, but instead of being on the floor, one more on a mat, we're standing up. We're going to take our 1 minute break and then we are going to move into the last round. So get a drink of water and rest and recover for a minute. All right. So we're going to go into our final round here. We're starting with our one-sided knee ups. So our knees are coming up across our body on the diagonal and our arms are going down. So it's like a full crunch motion. We'll do 20 seconds per side. Tap your foot on the way down to regain your balance. And time to switch. And that's time. 20 seconds rest and we'll move into our bent over rows. All right, let's do our bent over rows. Slight bend in your knees. Hinge forward a little bit, arms out in front of you, and pull straight back with your elbows. Just like you're on a row machine at the gym, or you've got weights, or I guess like you're rowing for real. I've never done that. So 10 seconds left. And that's time. 20 seconds rest here. And then we're going to do our single side arm presses. 40 seconds on the clock. And switch. And that's time. So we will do 20 seconds rest and we'll move into our high knee marches. All right, we'll start our timer. We'll get those knees up as high as we can. This is the last one. Almost done. We have one more 20 seconds and then we'll begin our bent over our forward sit-ups here. We'll do that for 40 seconds and then we will go into our cool down. All right. So slight bend in your knee. We're hinging forward, hands behind your head. And it's just like a sit-up. Except instead of being on a mat on the ground, we're standing up. This is a little bit easier. Keep your back neutral. And you can go slow with this exercise. You don't have to rush through it. It's more important to keep a good form. All right. That's the workout, everyone. Take a rest, take a drink, and we'll move into cool down. Right. So we're going to do an arm stretch here. Arm goes straight across the front of your body. Move the other arm to press it in closer to you. And hold this stretch for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's bring the arm up over our head. Hand goes back by your shoulder blade. And hold that elbow if you can. We'll stretch the tricep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do the same thing with the other arm across the front of your chest. Bring it in closer with the other arm. 5 more seconds. And up over your head for a tricep stretch for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. We're going to do a little bit of a hamstring stretch here. So I'm going to move my camera. One leg is going to be forward and the other leg will be bent a little bit. Lean back, put your heel on the ground, and lift that toe towards you. Flex your foot towards you. Lean forward. You don't want to put weight here, but you're using it for balance. And as you flex your toe close to you, you'll feel a stretch in the back of your leg here. That's your hamstring. You can get a calf stretch in here too by doing that. And we'll do the other side. All right. We are going to do some shoulder rolls, back, and forward. Take your head and drop it forward. Stretch the back of your neck. And move it slowly backwards. Pay attention to your breathing, nice and slow. Back to center. Look over your left shoulder. And the right shoulder. Back to center. Drop your ear down towards your right shoulder. You can bring your hand and place it on the top of your head to pull. Just use your arm weight to sort of deepen that stretch. You're not really like pulling it, right? And switch. Good. We're reaching all the way up. And we're bending down. Try to touch your toes if you can. Or the ground. And slowly come back up. Arms really nice and wide out. Stretch, stretch. In, pat yourself on the back. Give yourself a hug. That was a great workout. And you did a great thing for your body today by doing that. Thank you and see you next time. Bye-bye.